Morning. Hi, hello, sunshines. Sorry. Anyway, keep doing good and lifting people up, lifts you up. And I'm just going to get started. Um, I'll try to, do it where you could figure it out, understand it, or whatever. I'm just going to say what I was told and how I was told. I I didn't I did this a while back and I had to wait until I don't know, but I did figure it out until I got a few confirmations about what me and God were speaking about. Um, Now, if it fits, it fits. Okay, I am not speaking about anyone in particular or whatever. It's not personal. It's just a general messages. Okay? Now, and I'm also, and you guys know this by now, all the ones who stopped and started to change their lives for the better. I'm not speaking about you guys, except we are all proud of you. Keep going. Anyway, first, I want to say always remember it's not who you are, where you came from, how poor or rich you are. It's not how you can control anyone. It's not taking revenge on anyone. It's not who you know and what you could do and how loud you are. How many you can use fear, scare tactics on anyone, and much more that will give you power and continue with, success and etc. No, it won't. Buying anyone to do what you want what to give you peace of silence, loyalty from ones who fear you and still think you will get forgiveness, respect, love, you know, conditions because what? You have money or you know people or whatever? No. You will not get far too long. And especially if it comes with lies, deceit, and much more. You you got far with you get far with truth, learning with empathy, knowing to take accountability. It's not that you have to go to college or fancy schools, show what you have, how much you have. No. It's having gratitude, helping ones who don't cannot protect themselves, and knowing not to portray the ones you already have that now you lost by them walking away. In the end, that's not going to make you win or have respect. To earn or receive respect, you have to give it. You want success? You have to work at it and do and help others in different ways as kindness, lift people up. treat others how you want to be treated. With success, it's not only having money that you have, to know. You have to know how to use it to have abundance that you get in many ways, as you do in being successful. You do know, and this I did hear, and it was confirmations and stuff like that, and I agree. And also, if you didn't know by now, everyone goes through ups and downs. Doesn't matter what age you are, even if you are the same age. It's you that decides where you want to be and how you get through all the ups and downs. If you're at a up and you want to stay there, well, then you stay there. The other thing is, before I get into, the messages I got, as I said a while back, but wanted to wait till right after it already started. And not long ago, like recent, got confirmations, as I said, that it started, and some other things. Anyway, this is all getting out of hand, and I spoke about this also. If it's supposed to be a joke, it's not funny. This person who said that he's trans, yeah, okay, that's fine and dandy. Then say it. Okay? You do not need, anyone does not need to bring anything of God, Jesus, into it and lie. Like bringing up the cross. And spit out BS, lies, and etc. Thinking you're funny. To let everyone know you're trans by saying the cross is a T. Okay? Yeah, it's shaped like a T. So, why is it that all are lying and saying that the cross, because it looks like a T, that it stands for trans? I am trans. Okay, so what? You're still the same person, if you respect and you were kind, before anyone, whatever. You see, anyone wearing it that they are trans, that's what it stands for. Instead of that Jesus, carried it, died for us, blah, blah, blah. You should know. Well, my solution is you don't need that, anyone who sees you to this person already knows that you don't need to mock the cross to, tell people that you're trans. Again, I have nothing against you. I don't have anything against. See, I grew up with gay and I forget what the other one is. But anyway, there's so many things out there that still means the same thing, Stop changing and making new ones, words. Anyway, I mean, truthfully, spread lies for other trans, that may be religious and wear a cross. A lot of people, other people wear crosses too. So you're telling, everybody who wears if you don't believe in God or Jesus, heaven, the spirit, don't mock them. That's on you. That's your belief. That's your opinion. You don't take words out of the Bible. Pretending that you're doing, I don't know, something good, but you're really doing things to harm people. So don't get mad if, well, I guess you don't know if you don't know them. So I'll introduce you, to God and Jesus. As I said, who died on the cross, who it represents. And to let you know, it wasn't funny. You need to start listening to, I don't know, something classical or whatever to calm your mind and start asking Spirit, God, or your loved ones, whoever, to help you. Ask your higher self to help you. Stop being controlled of lies and etc. to make you do bad. And when, especially when everyone, when I get into the messages that I got, and yeah, it's not going to be nice. I'm being straightforward and just saying everything what I was told. It's up to whoever to make it make sense. It makes sense to somebody. But anyway, never mind. I'm just going to get into it. But first, I know exactly, again, what all been trying, like I've been saying. You have no idea what more orders, and added to the orders that were out and already started. Put it this way, just as the title, some know and others will know. Time ran out. So time is up. You see, the underworld, who I include with spirit, the ones who know the spiritual laws and the rules and know who all are, who keeps disturbing them, trying to fake them and pretending to be someone else, going into spirit, sending all kinds of entities. And I'm not speaking about the ones who lets me know by stopping to say hello and return to senders. You see, I knew there were, well, I don't know, it's going to be past tense, but ones who continued, maybe about 3 different entities. They kept changing. This way I wouldn't catch on. Yeah, but I did. Then they changed when they figured out that I did catch on. They figured they would change back again, to say hello and leave, then went back to how they were, thinking that they're hiding, but can't get through. And they even told you that they can't get to me. And do the BS all over again. Yeah, okay. But it's a no. For all the ones who you think is my person and trying to do, well, whatever, it is you. That does the threats, the scare tactics. And it's not only with him, it's with others. So for everyone you think and trying, thinking that they're my person or whoever, as you've been, trying to figure out who I mean family. Yeah, I'm including that too. Well, so for, well, that just ended your time. You see, you have no idea what you put on yourselves because you wanted to mess up everything with me, right? On purpose, no reasons, you know. You wanted me to what? Show that I had a temper because what? You heard about it. You thought you saw it. And what? People think that, you all thought that because I raised my voice that I was mad and that I had a temper. Okay. What did I say? That I controlled it. And believe me, you wouldn't want to see that. So what? You continuously kept pushing my buttons, especially somehow in front of ones. The stuff that I've been speaking about. Because why? You know, you have them call, with the calls, the texts, and etc. Or when I'm out. Okay. Well, God, Spirit, the underworld said, you're going to, they're going to show you my temper. Hell, it is. That you don't want to know. I mean, what's happening? That's nothing. I said I am both sides. I've been saying that. But I can ruin anyone by being kind and legal ways. So now you will be seeing and feeling and much more the both sides and legally, but even more with a temper, the kind that you would be shocked and didn't know I had that in me. That kind. Put it this way, with the orders that, as I said, me and God were speaking about, it was put out and it was answered by confirmation that I had to wait. Right after it was done. And how it got confirmed was part of the orders. Don't you think I didn't know about and said before that you are teaching others, your children and etc., continuing bad habits that you grew up with? Well, that's a big, huge mistake, because the order is on them too. And will be for others to think before they think they can mess with me, and etc., meaning others, my family. And let's not forget, the orders are also for the ones who thinks they can get away with the free killing law, poisoning people, and etc., doing calls, scamming, etc. You know what it all is. Doing rituals, all that in harming, being fake, entitled, you know the whole entire list. Everything is all on that order. all refused to turn your lives around. You really still think what hardworking people's money that's taken for you to get whatever to live scot free without what is, what is out here and being done, that nothing will get you as long as it gets others, right? That was in my other videos. What are you going to do if all that runs out? Hmm? Remember, you're trying to do whatever to everyone, especially with foods, water, and whatever else, to have everyone live in what? The ice ages, dinosaur ages, what our ancestors lived or how they lived. So, again, what are you going to do when all you collected, that was all good, is all gone? You didn't think that, right? Did you? Well, God did. As I said in the beginning, you want to be that way? That's what He's going to do for you. And all of us will be great. So, you even thought, wait a minute. Sorry, I don't even know what they were saying here. Oh, well, even though time ran out, you better start asking Spirit, God, like I said, Jesus, loved ones that are in spirit, to get you through all the karma you're going to get. And remember what I said, it's not only just yours, it's everyone who joined, all of you, that you will be getting to. Now ask yourself, how would you want me to be with you like I was, to be you, right? And would have been, you know, to you, being nice, helped with advice or whatever you're going, through. And ask yourself, you wanted me to be you, and you wanted to be me. hmm it's not only with me. I'm bringing me up because I experienced it. I went through it. Okay? I don't know how others are, that it's being done to. But you wanted me to be you. Okay. See, I would have been there, give advice or, just the chit chat, etc. But now, What you're going to see and feel, either way, you're not going to get sympathy from me. Not what you did, tried, and still. See, with the others, you and them have, oft too early people, too many. Did all kinds of stuff. All the ones who were involved with everything you did to involve me. I mentioned some, like I said, but they're also on the orders too. And for everyone, it's not these ones who've been sending me these BS texts, calls, and etc. You're on there too, on the orders. Now, as I said, you wanted me to be you. Well, I put up with it, but you thought it was only you. But there was a whole bunch of groups. So, thing is, what you had before you sent it towards me, I solved it. I got through it. So if I could get through it, you could have. Being yourself. Now, these are annoying. Can't stand being around yous. I could say more, but won't. So if I can, each one of you, get through what you just went through, which you could have solved by now, by then. But now you're going to get yourself, whatever it was, that you have to know what your own body feels like. Plus, as I said, the others that are all tied up. You're going to know what yourselves feel like. And then feel what others are being, just like I have. And it's uncomfortable. It's disgusting. So why would you want to be someone else? What? Because you only go after ones who you think is getting a whole bunch of gifts and money and all that. Who told you that, having, I don't know, a lot of money, that it will make you feel comfortable? See, what God is supposed to give me, I earned that. I worked hard. And that's how you get stuff that you want. And being kind, respectful. You could have had whatever. And you knew what side you were picking. But anyway, with all the texts and everything, see, I just got another one. You know, the same BS, blah, 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 whatever. Now, this one is aquavilla at gmail.com. Okay. Now, I mentioned ones before. It was about the Superior Court, traffic tickets, you know, and etc. Registration, my license, etc. You know, that it says you don't pay, it will be all suspended, and whatever else they said. Well, you see, I recently mentioned all that. And then I mentioned that was like a month ago or something like that. But then I recently mentioned it, something else about it, along with something else. So now I'm getting this crap again. You see, yeah, okay. You see, court all knows. Okay? That you didn't fix it back from when you changed it, you know, to with giving me a letter and telling the court or, you know, DMV or whoever you're supposed to. I mean, I know, but I'm not going to tell you who my team spoke to. But anyway, a letter stating that I can pick it up. You know, this way I don't go and waste my time and then what? Thinking that you guys can get away with it again? No, I'm not doing that. I want a freaking letter stating I could just go to one line, one whatever it's called, and go pick it up. Instead of wasting my time. You love wasting your time. All whoever. But anyway. See, before the court hears what I said, as I said, you better put, oh, there's been a mistake, that I should have received this. They have proof. I was there on time. How long I was there each time. 4 hours each time. For what? Year and a half, 2 years that I went almost every week, every month. Some days I did go every week. Some days I went every other week. I'm not going to get into it, but anyway, how many times I was sent to the wrong line? How many cards I had to fill out? And it was over 20 in one day. And what you took from the papers that I had to have to show. Let's not forget what I paid and shouldn't have. Because I didn't have a car. So why should I had to pay it? You see, I had people and, places that I had to go to also. I mean, I stood there for 4 hours, even though I did. And it was almost closing time, too, with some days. But others, they took their time out, even though they were sick, which I'm not going to get into that. And I know how. And others, they also had to take care of people. Like I have. I have to. So how many did you waste their time? Oh, you want me to continue? I can. Go down everything. That was all setups. All were at paid, that you paid ones to do. And then I decided, okay, I'm really going to pay attention now. And for all the women who got these men to do what you were all doing because of lies and just continued. Women are supposed to, watch out for each other, not be jealous, make up friggin' lies, get men involved. Because the men and you women, you only made it harder for all the good ones out there. But we're not going to let you. Because more that, like me, that don't hold jealousy or breakups and etc. We're going to continue to speak that all people aren't like that. We're all supposed to watch out for each other. But you chose the lies and using your other brains. And we all know what that is. Now it's all on yourselves. You all do all kinds of stuff, rituals, to live like whoever you are targeting, and push on what you don't want to live like on them. Think about it. Like I said, I only know myself. All you push your karma on me to steal live life great, etc., which you did, but it was all illusions. All the money you thought you took from me, through spirit, along with other things, no. And it's across the board saying that. You took all your inheritance, your ancestors left you, that you used all up. Think you didn't want to, live as you. Do your karma. And as I said, I did. I lived through mine, being me, and lived through each and every one of you. If I did that, you could have, with no problem, your own. As I said. So how is it you thought another person could live as you? No. Just as you thought you could live as me, right? Did you have some difficulties as you were along the way? As me? You thought you were me? That is saying, oh, okay. It's my purpose, my journey. So you didn't feel anything, or because it was going good for a little bit, then you had little, I don't know, little difficulties and etc., that it wasn't telling you, that it wasn't for you and it wasn't yours, and that you wouldn't be able to handle it. But no. There were all kinds of signs. Also, telling you to stop, because you don't. It's not going to be as you thought when the time ran out. See, my signs were, and I listened to them and did what I did, because you all didn't fit me. Now, all the groups, as I said, what was done, every entity, spirits, you took, as I said, tried to trick as being another person, and you know the rest. And you know what all did? Well, they are all collecting up all the BS the mess you all have done and still trying. It's time to collect. Time ran out. As I said, you all should have took the choice, the ones who chose to make it better for themselves. Spirit and, etc. As I said, spiritual laws and rules changed and were added. They are tired of the BS and much more. I'm not going down the list. How they are and what they're tired of. They are on their toes as always, and you ignore any of signs that they're telling you anything, that you will know what the signs are. So you can't ignore them. You can't say you didn't see them or whatever. So soon as once, the next one won't be as you thought. Because they're not given chances. It's called, they're going to make you take accountability and teach you a lesson. No one will be ignoring. No more harming. Anyone. Anymore. No one will try to get away with going in spirit to harm anyone. Because instantly, and gifts will be taken. Like the ones who everyone will know and learn from as examples. They fumbled huge, as I've been saying. They ran up on spiritual gangsters, and every time they use my name to text, do whatever, pretending to be me, you cannot imagine who you sent to. You don't know. I mean, they're not going to tell you, obviously. You have no idea. So continue. So you ran up on, like I said, spiritual gangsters, and here messed with ones that you had no reason to. Now it's your choice to listen and learn. I'm just giving out messages. I mean, the other one is the other one that I just recently got. It was sent to, apparently, that I purchased something, but it was sent to this person that I purchased something from them by my emails, and the one who was sending it or whatever. So apparently a Donna. I don't know how to pronounce it. I forget how to pronounce it. I used to know how to pronounce it. But anyway, the last name is Nguyen. So it's Donna and whatever. And it's called a pure crypto from my account for almost $1,000. Like I said, if I ever seen that, that would pay not even a quarter of what is done that I have to catch up on. I'm not going to get into that, but anyway, that I purchased. And email other than mine, like I said, which is 3 different ones that I have, which are monitored. But the other email is Benson, ARHARERU 1992 at hotmail.com. And it comes up as HARHAR Jam. BENAL Jam. And it's always the same place, as in, these call centers, of the same whoever. And then, this one says that they're from, I'm assuming, West Virginia. I don't know, WV. And it's Harrisboro. I don't know. I don't, travel, or whatever. I get lost, so, you can laugh or you can make fun of me. Oh, you don't know that? Blah, blah, blah. She's stupid. Ask me if I care. I'll give you a dime to call who does care. This way all of you can get together and laugh and blah, 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 whatever. Anyway. As I said, with all, even what is going on, and because you continue to mess, not only with me, you did it to yourselves. And I said that because the protection curse that my ancestors put on and added to, along with what I added, because I kept it when I cut, the cords from you guys, and then tied jizz together, and whatever else that I cut, and, blah, 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 whatever. You see, I told you about that curse. And that cannot be touched, ever. So, the karma, what you feel, like I said, it's not Nothing yet. I was told that it's supposed to double, but at one time I did say, oh, can you just do like, maybe 1.5 times the, whatever? Not anymore. This time, they're not telling me, except that you will feel it. And know when you ignore what they say not to do and do something, and when I said that you messed with the wrong one, you will know and will never do it again. And whatever you or anyone who is doing harm and whatever else to anyone where you have no business to be, to get ones involved for no reason. It's not just a slap across the face or to kick you in the arse, by spirit. And no. Or my team. You see, you played too many times on too many people. And the ones, about the whole entire world. You played too many. You went too far. So when you played too many on purpose, stupid stuff, you thought you should have, had what wasn't yours, and to let jealousy and etc. take you over, instead of asking your, whoever in spirit for guidance, or anyone, or just having faith and believing in yourself and spirit. Nope. You are the ones who chose to continue to stay on your path that leads to you ruin yourselves, your families, and maybe where you don't want to, where, like the ones go because of someone's doing, unexpectedly, who is healthy. You know what you did. Someone going before their time, instead of going naturally. So, I told you. I kept telling you, but now, you're going to know. The temper that they showed you, that wasn't anything. Now, you're going to listen. When I say, and all these texts and whatever, the big Bitcoin or whatever it's called, I don't know where you're getting all this, thinking that I am supposed to give out money and all that to whoever, pay their bills, and forget about mine. You better put on there, do not mess with this person. Because you dug your own hole. I told you, I have a 10 foot, and I made sure that it was 10 foot. Oh, you can't see it. But believe me, when you fall in, you'll know it. See, when you pushed too far for those ones, oh, you're going to see a person that you didn't think that it was me. Because normally, I'm nice, I'm kind, and I don't care what profession you are. I don't care if you don't make a lot of money, whatever. I don't care what religion you are. As long as you have respect, kindness, you don't bring things up just to argue. Like I said, I don't bring up religion or politics or whatever because everybody has their own opinion. But what I can't stand is, believe me, I kicked a lot of people out because they bring it up because they know that they can get a reaction out of somebody because they spoke BS just to aggravate because you both have, different opinions. Who the hell cares? I mean, really. So think about it. And the others, who this messages are for, your time ran out and you did it to yourselves. But everyone else, thank you for being here, subscribing, and visiting, and etc. And you keep going, keep spreading the love, the peace, the shine, the sun. You keep going. And more you do that, oh, more of these ones, they're going down. Anyway, thank you and have a great night, day, morning, whatever. Ciao.